How do you believe money's going to come when you have no evidence of it? And yet, they say, do what you love and the money will follow. Hey, it's Heather Chauvin, wife, mother of 3 boys, former social worker, dreamer, recovering rescuer, stage 4 cancer survivor. I started my motherhood journey when I was 18. I was single and living off government assistance. Beyond all of these titles and labels, I'm a human being, just like you, attempting to navigate it all while feeling good. My goal on this podcast is to show you that you can live an energized, sustainable life both at home and in your work. On this show, I attempt to keep it real with stories, interviews, and random thoughts. This is not a business or career podcast, and it's not a parenting podcast. It's both and so much more. You will laugh, you will cry, and maybe even get a little frustrated with the truth you've been hiding from yourself. I believe all human behavior is a language, whether it's through your child's behavior, your health, or a relationship. And when we learn to listen instead of react, we begin to understand what it truly means to feel alive and in control. If you haven't already, go grab a copy of my book, Dying to Be a Good Mother. You can purchase it wherever books are sold online. And if you're interested in how to integrate this work into your life and get quicker results, you can learn more about my mastery and mastery business coaching experiences at heatherchauvin.com/work with me. Heather Chauvin, CHAUVIN.com/work with me. And you have a personal question or a topic you'd like me to answer on this podcast, then text me 313-710-5199. 313-710-5199. All right, let's change your life. Let's dig in. Hey ladies, I'm back, and today I'm really excited for another business podcast. And before we get started, I want to hear all of your business challenges. We are opening the doors for our Mastery and Mastery Business coaching experiences. And this is a intensive 8 to 10 month experience for women who are ready to invest in a quality experience, actually get results, proven results, or your money back. We actually don't take people on in our program who are not ready to do the inner work to see the outer results. So if you are ready or curious, you can have a conversation with somebody on my team. So head on over to heatherchauvin.com/work with me. And my last name is spelled CHAUVIN. So just stop this podcast, write it down, look it up in, on your computer, heatherchauvin.com/work with me. You'll see one that's for personal, one's for business. Fill it out, and we will send you a link to schedule a call. But what I was also going to say is I want you to text me your business questions. I want you to text me your money questions, your sales questions, get live coaching from me. It really is me. So when you text me, you get a response, and you can text the phone number 313-710-5199. So I want to know, what's your biggest challenge right now in business? And I want to know if you're actually willing to solve your problem. And what I mean by that is sometimes people are just so, addicted to their beliefs and their current situation, and they refuse to get out of it, that when you give them an alternative or a perspective, they come back to you and tell you why it won't work for them. So those people are called askholes, not assholes. They're called askholes, ASKHOLES. An askhole is somebody who asks for help and doesn't take the advice or won't even seek an alternative perspective. So do not text me your question if you are an askhole. I want you to only text me your question if you are truly ready and willing and maybe a little terrified and scared and emotionally uncomfortable, but you're ready to grow your business. You're so done with your bullshit. You're so done with your money stuff. You're so done getting in your own way. So 313-710-5199. Just text me like your question. Okay, so let's talk about this whole do what you love and the money will follow. So I was talking to somebody and I asked her a question. I said, what's your biggest challenge right now in business? And she said, it's the belief that money will come. She said, I believe in abundance and this whole law of attraction stuff. And, I've done a lot of personal development work. I have everything in place. I have my product. I have my service. I know what I charge. I talk to people, and I just can't get clients. Or, we have the ups and downs, right? How do I know the money will come? Here is my answer. Take it or leave it. I have been in business for almost 10 years, and I started my business. I was a social worker, and my first business was doing energy healing outside of my home. So I'm a Reiki practitioner. Energy is a huge part of what I teach. And I quickly realized as a business owner that if I'm charging a fee for an hour of my time, I have to work a lot in order to make a sustainable income. And if I'm working that much, I'm taking away from my family. I'm going to grow angry and resentful. And I'm also going to burn out, and I'm going to burn out quickly. So I saw very early on, very quickly, that this was not sustainable, even though a lot of people were still doing this. And I just, very early on in my career, in my business career, I was like, how can I, this is not sustainable. So I took my modality of energy healing and I shifted it into workshops. And as I was shifting it into workshops, I was like, awesome. This is awesome. Like, I'm gaining momentum. This is, great. But how can I, right? How can I make this bigger? How can I be of service to other people? And then I brought that online. And, I do a mix of in-person and online. I use online tools. It's not necessarily an online business, but I use online tools for my business. My point is that business is a personal growth experience. Business is a personal development experience. If you've ever heard me say parenting is personal growth on steroids, so is business. It will challenge you to your core. But if you are not really willing to grow as a business owner, neither will your money, neither will your bank account, neither will your profit, neither will anything else. So do what you love and the money will come. Agree and disagree. So do what you love. What does that mean? Do what you love. So if you're doing what you love, you are in the frequency of love. You are feeling good. Like, to keep it simple, you're feeling good. It doesn't say burn yourself out and the money will come. It doesn't say be extremely angry and the money will come. Be resentful and the money will come. It definitely doesn't say be guilt-ridden and fearful and the money will come. It says do what you love and the money will come. And doing what you love means feeling good. It doesn't necessarily mean doing the thing, the exact same, the perfect thing that you will love. It means doing things that bring you joy. That means creating a lifestyle of joy, a lifestyle of abundance, a lifestyle of, anti-hustle culture, a lifestyle of wellness, taking care of yourself, your mind, your body, your soul, all of that stuff. This takes time. It takes consistency. It takes intention and effort. You have to unlearn a lot of who you think you need to be. You have to unlearn your money stuff. You have to unlearn, you have to learn new skills. Right? So it's a whole new way of being. Like, you're literally shifting your identity. So do what you love and the money will follow. Great. So let's say all of a sudden you are doing what you love. You're like, Heather, I'm living my best effing life. I'm living my best effing life, but the money is not following. And this is what I often see people who are in that state. They say, yeah, but, or I'm good enough. And then they're blocking the receiving muscles. So do what you love and the money will follow. Yes, but guess what? You can be great, and you can make money, and you can make more, and you can work less. So how do you believe that money is going to come to you? I am receiving it, and I'm open to receiving it. And what am I going to do with it? So how do I believe that money is going to come to me? Here's the thing. I want evidence of how money has come to you in the past. There is evidence that money has come to you in the past. How has that money come to you? Did you have to work for it? Did you sell something? Did it just show up on your doorstep? I want you to focus your brain and your energy and attention on the fact that you have received money before. Maybe it was a gift from your grandma. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it was an insurance claim. Maybe you sold shit. Maybe it was a paycheck. You have received money in the past. But here's the thing. When you receive money and then you look at money and you're like, well, this isn't enough. Why would anything want to come to you if you're going to abuse it, if you're going to be mean to it? Do what you love and the money will follow. Become love. Learn how to step into the energy of love. Learn how to create abundance for yourself. Learn how to feel alive. Learn how to feel energized. Learn how to manage your time better so you actually have physical space and your brain isn't slowly dying and deteriorating. Learn that you are basically a houseplant that needs sunlight and water. And if you do not meet your basic human needs, you refuse to meet your basic human needs, you choose to refuse to meet your basic human needs, you will not attract what you desire. End of discussion. Do what you love and the money will follow. How do you begin to believe that money will come to you? So there's the energy of it, embodying the energy. That's one thing. And then there's strategy. Okay. So left brain and right brain. So I'm all about energy and woo-woo-ness and all of that. But there's also the strategy of saying, okay, is my business model working? Let's look at the hard data. Let's look at the numbers. And if you don't want to look at the numbers, then somebody on your team should be looking at the numbers. And that can be a bookkeeper, that can be an accountant, it could be a coach, it could be an assistant, it could be a virtual assistant, a VA. Somebody is looking at the data saying, you got to stop doing this. This makes no financial sense. Or they're also saying to you, hey, did you know that you got 80% of your revenue from this product or service last year? Or you got it from this referral source. Did you know that? So let's nourish or nurture those relationships. Let's focus our energy and attention on what's working. So here is my point. Doing what you love and allowing the money to follow is scary as fuck. Because we have been conditioned as a culture to believe slowly die and the money will follow. Do what you don't love and the money will follow. So when you hear things like do what you love and the money will follow, or how do I begin to believe that the money will come? You have to have a lot of faith and you have to have a lot of trust. And you also have you have to have a lot of belief in yourself. And that is terrifying AF. It's emotionally uncomfortable. And that's, again, where the magic happens because you're getting emotionally uncomfortable. So when people ask me if it's about parenting, if it's about marriage, if it's about partnership, business, money, your health, Heather, how did you learn to drop the guilt? How did you learn to manage your fear? I'm like, I feel it. I look at it. I point to it. And I'm like, hey, you, I see you. But you're not going to run the show today. So I do the things that are emotionally uncomfortable. So when you begin to believe in yourself and there's no evidence that you're going to succeed, that is emotionally uncomfortable. Like that's a big leap. And that's where you get to bet on yourself. That's where you get to be a risk taker. That's when you learn to build your resiliency for uncertainty. And the last 2 years, and I'm saying 2 years because we're almost headed into 2022. The last 2 years have literally been about being uncertain. So why the hell are we not embracing uncertainty? Hey, if I'm going to be living in fear and guilt and shame and overwhelm, I might as well take some risks and live my best goddamn life. I might as well learn and understand how the brain works. I might as well learn and understand how to manage my big emotions. Your business can succeed. End of discussion. Your business can succeed. End of discussion. I am so confident in that statement with any woman that I meet. But is she willing to do the work to succeed? Is she willing to do the work to succeed, to realize that maybe her success will not come from her current business model? Maybe her success will come from a different business model. Is she willing to be open to receiving the love that will follow her abundance? Do what you love and the money will follow. Are you willing to let go of the belief that money needs to suck the life out of you? That making money needs to suck the life out of you? Are you willing to say, does that make sense? Are you willing to just be open and question it first and then doing the work to releasing it and letting it go? So, believing that this is possible is finding evidence that it's already happened. Where in your life have you received money? And then you say, more of that, please. Now let's focus our energy and attention and our brain on what we do want, which is more money, not more self-abuse, more shame, more self-judgment, more overwhelm, more debt. Do what you love and the money will follow. So my question for you today is, are you willing to be rich? Are you willing to be wealthy? Are you willing to redefine what your inner beliefs are? And if you are, and you are a female business owner, I want to hear from you. 313-710-5199. And if you are looking for mentorship and you are ready to be surrounded by badass women in a community and having access to me one-on-one in your back pocket, now is the time to jump on board in Mastery Business. From now until October 1st, we have some fast action bonuses. So head on over to Heather Chauvin, CHAUVIN.com/work with me. Talk soon. Well, that's it. And I wanted to thank you for listening today because I truly believe you are exactly where you need to be. And now I have a favor to ask. In exchange for the value you've gained from this free podcast, I'd be forever grateful if you would leave us a review on iTunes. Share the show with at least one woman in your life who you feel would benefit, and or take a screenshot and share it on social media. And always feel free to tag me at Heather Chauvin. The world does not benefit from your guilt and fatigue. The world needs more women who are willing to unlearn everything they've been taught. Women who are courageous enough to feel good and not let guilt run the show. I believe you are that courageous woman. To see if my community and coaching is the right fit for you and your big vision, the relationships you desire, the money, time, energy that you know deep down you are capable of creating, then head on over to heatherchauvin.com/work with me. That's Heather Chauvin. CHAUVIN.com/work-with-me and take the next step in the right direction. Taking a stand for how you feel means you are taking a stand for how your children show up as adults. And if you have a personal question or topic you'd like me to answer on the podcast, text me 313-710-5199. 313-710-5199. You are so worthy of feeling good and go do some scary shit.